Hey folks, Rob
and Nathan,
and we are two guys in a ride, and we're out here at 2019 SEMA. What do you think so far, Nathan?
Well, it is awesome.
Yeah, hey folks, we got a lot of cool videos coming up for you, so stay tuned. Got one coming right now, but before you do, take a moment, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification
so you never miss a video.
What do you say, Nate?
Let's go for a ride.
All right.
Hey folks, this is Nathan with Two Guys in a Ride, and today we are here in Las Vegas, Nevada at the SEMA show, and we're with Mike and his awesome Honda Type R. Except for it's had some modifications, just a few.
It's just a little bit far from stock, you know, just a hair.
So Mike, tell us about some of the stuff you've done here. Let's start with the front.
So on the front here, of course the hood's pretty obvious. This one's a Saibon hood. Got it direct from Saibon. Had to drive from Northern California to Southern California because I'm a little cheap, so I wanted to save some shipping. Yeah. You know, because who doesn't?
I understand that.
You could barely see peeking out right here if you want to get a little low. Have the hella horns in here. Oh, because the stock Honda horns, they don't match the aggressiveness of the vehicle.
Car, yes. And this does.
This does.
I've heard those.
When you press these, the whole block knows you're behind them. And I have the arrow in the front here from BM Spec. I have a front-mounted intercooler right here from InGen, and I also have an InGen intake. And then I also have under the hood a Cusco front strut bar and a Cusco tow hook, and I'll show you guys.
Yeah, show us. There's something interesting about this tow hook because it's not always mounted the way you do it.
Yeah, so a lot of people.
Mike did it right.
They'll mount it to the front crash bar, and if you're in a crash, it's a crash bar. You know what? That's right. Actually, you know, you mount it there. You want it on your frame, and just to show you how this is mounted correctly, I can step on it here because it's right on my frame.
Awesome. So you got a different, obviously different than stock rims.
Yes. So we'll start off with the wheels here. So these wheels are Volk ZE40s in dash white. My build is a high contrast build, and it is dedicated to my dad. He did pass earlier this year. And
I'm sorry to hear that, Mike.
Oh, thank you. But me and my dad, we wanted to build a car together, but he fell into bad health, and I said, you know what, I'm going to build a car my dad would be proud of.
Absolutely.
And these are Volk ZE40s in dash white, which are pretty darn hard to come by. You can get them in other colors, but you know, white's a really popular color.
Yeah.
And then with the wheels here, the tires. The tires here are BF Goodrich tires. It's a Sport Comp 2. And these are not the all seasons. They're around with the summer ones because in the winter this thing likes to sleep, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I would rather have more grip. So
and those tires are grippy, aren't they?
They are very grippy. Yes.
I've noticed that. We generally, you know, most cars with just normal all season, but you get the summer tires. Wow.
And it's
change.
Night and day.
Yep.
And if you want to see right here, we have a collaboration with tire stickers. So this is the first of the tire stickers made exactly for Team Hybrid. Team Hybrid has been working in collaboration with many companies, and we just like to, you know, kind of bring it to the next level.
Yeah, you know, I really like the black and white.
Thank you.
Theme that you've worked hard to get that carried out throughout the whole thing. So then that is you can just see it everywhere.
Totally.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the interior because you've done some things in here. First of all, I know where you want to start. You start where you want, but
so we'll go ahead and start with the NRG wheel that's right here. So right here, this is a NRG wheel that is a prototype, and this right here is a one-off right now.
Yeah, it's a custom one just for you.
Custom just for me. With Team Hybrid and NRG working together. We have the Team Hybrid logo and the SEMA logo etched in. And you know, we're at SEMA, so let's do it a little big. And of course, I went with purple just to give it a little color splash. It's the only purple in the entire car. I just figured I wanted that part of the car to pop.
Wow.
Over here in the middle here, I have a 271 shift knob, and it is weighted. So versus the stock shift knob, it just feels like much more solid when I'm shifting.
Wow, that's got to be feel really solid, because I thought the original one was solid. That's got to be, wow.
Yes, and then I have an energy air freshener, of course, because you got to keep it fresh.
There you go.
I went with the air freshener. That is their quick disconnect. But you know, I got to keep it classic.
I like it.
This one's ran out, but I like the Wakaba leaf, you know.
I like it. That's a quick disconnect one, though. That's hilarious.
And you can pull it out and quick disconnect it if you wanted to. With HFP floor mats, which are, you know, stock, not stock from Honda, but available through Honda.
Okay.
And let's see.
You got energy padding.
The energy harness pads right here, which are very comfortable. When you are driving through those turns, this car is very planted thanks to many things done to it. But those pads just feel great compared to not having them on there.
Now, back here, with this bar back here with the seat belts attached to it,
yeah, so
that's different than stock.
Yeah, that one is a Cypher harness bar. I know it has a Takata sticker, but it is a Cypher bar with Takata harnesses, and of course those harnesses are wrapped around with the energy harness pads.
Yep. I like that.
And for the most part, that's the whole interior.
Okay.
Down the sides of the car, I added these authentic Mugen visors. And one thing I do like about the Mugens versus others, if you can kind of just go down a little bit.
See that?
There's this rubber lip right here. And because of this rubber lip, when you're driving in the rain, you can crack your window here, and the wind doesn't, I mean, the rain doesn't right up and in.
Up there.
So you can actually drive with your windows cracked in the rain, like how you should be able to.
Nice. I don't think I've ever seen that before, that rubber strip.
So around back here, you probably know it's bright red hook. Just same one that's in the front.
In the front, yep.
Cusco tow hooks in the front and back because I want to go with quality parts on this vehicle. There's a BM Spec Aero in the back here, which is the same brand as the Aero I'm running in the front.
Okay.
And what I like about BM Spec is their Aero is functional. It's not just for flash or looks.
Okay.
This Aero plus the front Aero both produce 150 pounds of downforce.
Really?
So the faster you go, the lower it goes. And,
wow.
And you can see right here, I went with a Remus exhaust. I like that they kept the 3 tips, you know, kind of like, you know, like a stock exhaust. These are full carbon fiber tips as well. And what I liked about Remus is a 3-inch pipe all the way back, and it just sounds beautiful. Oh. You know?
Yes.
Your car breathes good and sounds good.
There are days you just want to start it up just to hear it.
These were custom fabricated by a friend of mine. He works on airplane nose cones for a living, and he does some of this work kind of on the side.
Okay.
And he had never done a Type R yet, so I asked him, would you mind doing one for my car? And he agreed, and I said, can you do it in red? He said, sure, we can do it in red.
It's a red and black.
Yeah, and this is sturdy. Like, this is not going anywhere. It's riveted in.
Wow.
It's not a glue in or anything like that.
Oh man, that is beautiful.
So under the hood here, we have the engine intake. As you can tell, I did not get a chance to clean it when I arrived.
Oh, that's all right. That shows it's been used, right?
Which is what a car
should be.
Yes. And right here, the Cusco front strut bar.
Yep.
Besides those two, that's pretty much all I've done underneath the hood. I only started building this car in February, so I got a ways to go, but I'm, you know, trying to make sure everything is quality.
You've done a lot of work in that sort of, you know, So, down the road, what sort of future plans do you have for this?
Basically, if you haven't seen my car in 3 to 6 months, there's always going to be something done.
Something done to it.
I'm just going to keep evolving it until you can't evolve it any further. And at every point in my build here, I want to make sure that it's always something my dad would have been proud of.
Let's talk about that for a minute, because you know this is it's a little emotional for you. It's a little emotional for me to talk about. You know, this is a father-son thing. This is something your father always wanted to do.
We talked about cars a lot when I was a kid. You know, we worked on his Novas together, and he wasn't really a car guy, but he appreciated how, you know, everything about cars, and he taught me an okay amount for not being a mechanic. You know,
wow.
Yeah. He wanted me to know how everything works as far as he knows, and from there I could learn more.
And so you kind of started this a little bit in a way to honor him.
Yes.
In remembrance him, maybe.
Yeah, it's a memorial build to my dad.
You know, He would be extremely proud, I'm sure. I do not know your father, but you've done a beautiful job, Mike. You really have. You put it's evident to tell that you put a lot of love into what you did.
And I want to make sure it's always a clean look, because my dad would not like it if I made it look obnoxious. My dad was old-fashioned.
It looks clean. I mean, I absolutely love everything you've done on here. This is an eye catcher going down the road.
Thank you.
And I'm sure it'd be a whole lot more eye catcher inside the ride.
Yes. So there was a lot of wheel hop when I first got it, as you guys probably saw when you test drove one. So I changed it out from the stock Honda rear motor mount to a 271 rear motor mount, and that rear motor mount is amazing. I changed that, and shortly after did the wheels and tires, and those three things combined made this feel like a whole nother car. Now the next level from that, handling wise, is we just recently put in some white line parts. They're one of my newest sponsors, along with NRG and some other companies, and we also did a Honda tune on this car.
Oh wow.
So we're tuned on Honda right now, as well as running the white line rear sway bar, adjustable toe arms and end links. And the next thing from white line we're putting in is the front sway bar, which you have to drop the subframe
to do. Which is that's a major piece of work to put So Mike, one of the things I noticed, and everyone's going to see right away, is all of the names that you have on your car. So you've got some sponsorships. So tell us about those.
So all these sponsorships here are great opportunities, and I appreciate all the opportunities that I've been given, but none of these opportunities would have happened without Team Hybrid. I joined Team Hybrid in February and started aggressively building my vehicle because I wanted it to be one that my dad would be proud of, and Team Hybrid has helped me achieve my dream. Yeah, when I got accepted into SEMA, it was my dream, because this is my first year building, and I listed a bunch of shows I would like to get into. You know, some have stricter rules to get in, like SEMA. So when I got accepted, I was genuinely shocked.
That's just
me.
Yeah, you think that can happen to me? But it's beautiful, and you certainly deserve to be here. That is just awesome, Mike.
Thank you.
Let me ask you one final question.
Okay.
What would be your favorite thing about this car, if you had to pick one or two?
My favorite thing is actually not a part or a modification.
Okay.
My favorite thing is that every time I look at this car or drive it, it reminds me of my dad.
Awesome. I can't say anything more to top that. Mike, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.